the DNA doesn't change. So what's got that they're not sisters? He's not a relative anymore. If he's a relative in a certain way, why? So the way it comes out from what I've learned is that the Ma'isa, a person in Ger, if you make a Pashta Cheshbon, when a person does Gerus, he's like a newborn child because his neshama has been activated. A Jewish neshama is activated. It's alive. It's on fire for Hashem. In a certain way, it's always burning for Hashem. That's what Jewish neshama is. And that burning comes out, like Maral says, in one way or the other way. It doesn't come out in crime never. But there's something fiery about a Jewish neshama. It's an unusual neshama. Non-Jew, you find neshamas also like that, but usually it's because of their environment, what they went through. But the Jewish neshama is just automatic. That's why you see also Jewish neshamas, they achieve a lot more than your average non-Jewish neshama, your average Jewish neshama. And it doesn't make any sense. You say, why? There's such a little minority. Why are we able to do so much? Because there's something fiery burning in there. So when a person does Gerus, he's also lighting up his neshama at a certain level. So in terms of his activity in neshama, he's at a totally different level. He's like, in a way, a different breed in a certain way. He's just something else. Somewhere else. לא לעשות את זה.
So Rav, I've got a kasha.
לא לעשות את זה, שים את זה מיד.
I've got a kasha.
אני לא רואה את זה. שמה, איפה זה היה? Sorry, what were you saying?
So I've got a kasha because this is what I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks. So Rachel and Leah did Gerus and then they're no longer related to each other and Yaakov might do something. Not two women who weren't sisters. Why doesn't it then say that Lavan kissed his daughters and his sons?
From his perspective, they were. They were.
But the Torah testifies it was his. Why does the Torah say that?
The Torah doesn't testify. The Torah testifies that he did it in a way because he felt that they were all his. That's what he said a second before. It's my children. It's my rechush. Everything's mine. What you have is mine. By the way, how did Lavan know that Yaakov left? It says he used the sorcery. What made him check? He always checked maybe Yaakov was running away. So I think the Medrash says that when Yaakov came, Medrash says the water was easier to get to. It became more accessible. It went up more. It was hard. It used to be harder. When he ran away, it stopped being so easy to get to. So his sons were like, what's the deal? It's already 3 days. The water is not the way it was. So he says, let me check this Yaakov. Maybe he left. So he was and Lavan says, it's all you. And what does he say to me? Well, she didn't give me a bracha because of you, right? And then he says, it's all mine. What do you mean? It's not yours. It's me. That was how he related. That was how he did it. But it doesn't mean they were literally his. They weren't his. In terms of his spiritual source, they were his in a certain way, because he had a very unusual spiritual source also. That we spoke about Elio. He came from a very high place, but he messed up. But the Maisa...
Hashem speak to him on one hand, and have his troubling.
Yeah, just like Bilam. Just like Bilam. Same thing. I spoke to him and he was like very, 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 very depraved. That's the
okay. When it said that Hashem talked to him, what does it say, like the bear or something like that? Or Bilam, it said like V'ikra.
Yeah,
like Rashi says it was like like it didn't really use the same lashon.
He didn't have such a deep.
He wasn't as bad as Bilam.
Not as bad. He wasn't speaking to Lavan. He was speaking to Lavan because of Yaakov, and that's because Lavan had incredible power.
Wasn't Hashem speaking to Bilam because of Am Yisrael?
Yes and no. Hashem spoke to Bilam before then too. It wasn't only vis-a-vis Am Yisrael that Hashem spoke to.
This is the first time Hashem spoke to Lavan?
That we know of, yeah. And that's the exact thing here. So yes, he had to be a level of Moshe Rabbeinu, and was for Klal Yisrael, true, but he had also different things. Matter of fact, Bilam's main koach was his ability to curse. That's what we'll see about that. Bez Hashem, we'll learn Parshas Balak. We'll see what was the deal with Bilam. We'll see. It's an interesting deal. What was the story with him? But his main, they sent him. It says that Balak had a lot of koach. He was a big sorcerer. He said, but Bilam cursing is his specialty. Again, this is the idea of Lavan. He was afraid of Lavan because he'll deal with him. You come, fine, come in. Let's see what happens to you. Yaakov was able to hold on. That's what he says. I was with Lavan, and I'm okay. Here I am. I was waiting till now. I'm fine. See, I'm all right. He was. Don't think you can make me trouble. You can't. Nim called the boile levarnash mitchal toder tzala kamek kushbit. Even so, there's a pshat how it's okay, and I meant well. A person has to always have a fear, has to be trembling. He has to always dive into Hashem. Maybe Hashem will look at it as a sin. A person has to be able to be medactic, and he has to realize that when it comes down to it, everything we have is given from Hashem. And one of the easiest ways of really knowing it is seeing how honestly far I am from perfection. not to get depressed. See, now I have a reason. I have now a past to be depressed. No, but to say I'm very far away, so help Hashem. Oh no, I have to really beg Hashem, help me, try it, please help me. You have to ask Hashem and have a little humility. If something goes the way you don't like it, and it's hard for you, you have to say, okay, but v'haftarecha kamoicha, right? But the Rebbe says, no, if you have to recha, you have to love and be able to relate with love and accept with love all the bad that comes from the lashon of ra that you have, that you have kamocha, because the way you are, it's just chesed, it's just kindness from Hashem. That's the Rebbe says. That's the Indian. So that was Yaakov. Yaakov felt, what do you mean? It's a very shalom. It says, fortunately, the man who's always worried. It explained in Chazal and Midrash, you have to always be worried about maybe you'll mess up. Tachazi, come and see. So he said, the oven kaimu alma. The tefillas of the avos, that's what fulfills the whole world. Till now, that's what holds up the whole world. Everyone is relying on the schusim of the avos and the emos in order to hold us up and as our foundation. Well, only amin loy is nashi schus davar. The schus of the avos will never really go away for good. There's always going to be something holding us on. Begin the schus davon ihu kaimi the ela v'sata. The schus of the avos is what establishes what's above and what's below, everything. Yaakov is the shlemus of all of them. As my uncle Shalom would always say, you have to know he was building on Avram and Yitzchak. It wasn't just his own. On his own, we don't know what he would have done. Would he have done better than Yaakov, than Avram? Who knows? But once you have a father like a grandfather like Avram and a father like Yitzchak, if you want to go the right way, you're taking the next step. So you have the right chesed gvura and Tiferes. He's balancing and doing, and that's the strongest, right? That's the nothing. You can't. You have a triple knot. It's not so easy to unravel it. Right? The pasuk says.
Well, what's Peshat says Avraham, Elokei Avraham Avicha, Elokei Yitzchak Haaretz. Why does it say Avicha? In the first pasuk of Vayishlach, and it says in the first few pasuk, it says Elokei Avraham Avicha, Elokei Yitzchak Haaretz. It doesn't say Elokei Yitzchak Avicha. I
have to look, but Pashtus is very, very simple. That a person, Avram was the father, the beginning, and then Yitzchak was continuation of Avram, Chesed Gvura, and then that's he was the ultimate Av. But that's just a guess. I would have to look.
Is he saying that Yitzchak's the ground?
I'd have to look. But the that it's the maybe it's the ground because it's the Yira. Maybe it's a thought. But Pashut is that Avram was considered his father, not really Esau's father, and not really Yishmael's father, because he was the continuation of really who Avram's spiritual legacy, and they didn't want to do the Geirus, so they were not really children of Avram. In a certain way, yes, physically, yes. The Neshamas, to activating the Neshama, they were not. That's Pashtus. He was Avram Avicha. And Yitzchak is obviously his father, but it's only.
So it would have been superfluous to say Avicha by Yitzchak.
Maybe it could be that it's all not necessarily only his father. Maybe Esau will do tshuva, really tshuva. Who knows? Not yet decided. But Esau does tshuva. Great. Not too late. It says he got married. He could have had mechilas avonos, except that he sent someone hitman to kill Yaakov on the same day. So then it doesn't work that way. You can't send a hitman and also get mechilas avonos. But Esau had incredible potential. It's not necessarily only Avicha. We'll see.
Even with Dina.
Yes, we see exactly. Esav had incredible potential across the board. He could have gotten higher than Yaakov. Took an ashot, but you need to have a schus. It's not so simple. That's the bottom line. So it's not yet Avicha. That's what I would think. Like off the top of my head, that's what I would think the pshat is. Have you ever seen it? I don't know. Begin kach b'shasa de'aku livnoi diakov. That's why when there's pain to the children of Yaakov,